Yes, ma'am, you can start.
Okay, thank you. One minute. My humble salutations to our parents, our gurus, Jnana Brahma, Swami Sundar Chaitanyanji, Dhyana Brahma, Pitama Dr. Subhash Patriji, Guru Mata Swarnamala ji, Ekathva Gudakesha Grandmaster Sri Prabodh Achyutha ji, Swadhyaya Yogi Sri Pradeep Aniruddha ji, organizing committee members, Dr. Manjuvani Madam, Sri Suman ji, Sri Abhijit ji, Sharnamma Madam, and Dana Mariam, the author of Sitayanam, and to all the participant friends. Yesterday, we discussed about the exile of Ram, Sita, and Lakshman. So this incident took place and was told by Sita to all the four maids. That was a shocking news for all these people, that it takes 14 years to come back to Ayodhya for Ram, Sita, Lakshman. So Meenakshi expressed, will I be able to live up to that? So then Sita Mata said, I'll definitely come and meet you again. We will meet. So some sort of consoling done by Sita Mata that has given her a lot of strength. But still, somewhere in some corner, some unhappiness also will be there for everyone. Then just before leaving also, she has come. In the early morning, those three were leaving. At the time, these four maids, Rohana, Busha, Meenakshi, Soma, stood aside just before leaving. They thought they may not be able to talk to Sita Mata again. But in the last minute, she came to these people. She said, I will see you again, Meenakshi. I promise you that. And with others also, she just with a parting glance, with a smiling, she left that place. And I know that you will continue the services very well. My love will be always with you. She said these words to all the four maids and she left. Still Meenakshi is feeling the Mata's absence. Then Soma has comforted her to saying that we should not forget Mata's words. We must maintain her presence. That means we have to care more about her room, her clothing, her jewels, everything, especially the sacred fire. Now, let us go now, recite the mantras, what she taught us. We must remember she is with us. Always we should remember this. In next chapter, so for Meenakshi, it took some more time to realize the reality. Only Soma was the only one who has the presence of mind to instruct us on every activity. So they were given slots, timetable, who will go and recite mantras near the sacred fire. So Dasrath Maharaja has become ill, and then both the matas, they were taking care of Dasrath Maharaj, and nobody is there to take care of Maharani, as everybody has abandoned her. And Meenakshi is taking care of her, as Mata said, in spite of disinterested, but still she has to follow Mata's words, and Soma made her do, because for Mata, whatever she says, we have to follow. So some difficulty Meenakshi faced in reaching Kaikeyi Mata. So every day she used to go there and then keep the food there. For some time she used to knock the door, never used to open. But one day she found that it is open, but inside there was so much darkness, and then uncleanliness, everything is disorganized, spreaded everywhere, stinking smell, so much. Meenakshi is feeling very bad how to put it in an order, because she is not allowing to reach near, and to reach her also it is very difficult. She's saying same thing. There is so much darkness that runs in that palace. Now darkness, in spite of darkness, whatever it may be, Soma is saying we have to continue the service what we are given, what we are assigned for. The last night I was with Mata. I thought she will instruct me some more things. So when you were all went to sleep, I was with her. Then she said, these are her words, I will never forget them. Soma, this human body will know fear and deprivation. Sita Mata is telling Soma, I will never forget them. But the human body will know fear and deprivation, but it will also know strength and conviction and courage. Definitely, it will overcome all the obstacles it faces. Now it is time for me to put to use my knowledge, whatever I have learned in Mithila, gained from Pitaji, and then from the sages who have blessed me. So the time is totally different, but Sita Mata is saying, I learned so much knowledge from the father and then sages. I have to put it in use now. This is the time. It should be implemented, whatever I have learned. Then Soma said, we also have been blessed by Janak Baba. Don't you remember Meenakshi, that last blessing what he gave us? That alone is enough to keep us safe. There is nothing for us to fear here. When Meenakshi expressed about the darkness and fear and all those things, Soma, with one sentence, she completed it. Because we have so many qualities in us, if we start feeling negativity, so that will dominate. When we wanted to shift the frequency, then that positive frequency will be started. So the Soma, the same thing she has taught Meenakshi. So she was carrying the food for many days. So one day it is opened, so she could go inside, and then she asked, may I clean the room? But she did not allow. But afterwards, after some time, she was taking the meals and everything. One day, Maharani asked. So she looked at her. Then, though the timidity is there in Meenakshi, but still she could regain her conscience and asked, may I help you with a bath, Maharani? Then she nodded. She agreed for that. Then onwards, she started serving her. Although very few words, the dialogues used to go in between, but still now Meenakshi was put in a comfortable position so that she is able to do she was given some freedom to do some tasks. So one day, after some months, so one day Soma has come and told about this, that you are no longer needed here. You don't have to do service to Maharani Kaikeyi. But Meenakshi is not ready for this, because she got used to do that service, and she's enjoying, okay, what Mata has given me, I'm able to do. Then seeing her face, Soma said, I thought you would be glad by hearing this news, but you seem to be very sorry. You've put a sorry face for that. Have you become fond of her, Mata Kaikeyi? Then Meenakshi said, if it is so, then I have failed Mata. It was she who gave me this assignment. Then Soma said, Mata never asks us to do more than what we can do, what we can manage. It was Mata herself who arranged for that new servant so that you would be relieved of this responsibility. Then again, she suspected, she has a doubt, Meenakshi has. How could she, Mata can relieve somebody and put someone into the task? Then again, Soma made her understand, Meenakshi, she is never far. I told you so many times, she is aware of everything that takes in the, whatever goes in this place. I have seen that over and over. So like this, the conversation was ended. And that means Meenakshi is succeeded in doing that a task, what Mata has given. So Dasrath Maharaj, he was healed before. Now he had give the duty, what for he has come, that is over. So he is doing this yatra for eternal journey he started for. And after attending, performing all the ceremonies, then Bharat thought of going to the forest and asked him to come back because father is not there. Who can take care of this kingdom? So then Meenakshi thought, now they will return. She was in expectation that she will return now. Kaikeyi Maharani seems to regret her actions and she will welcome them. But Soma said, they cannot return. Their work is only just started. Then Bharat will return home from the forest. So he had come back. He went to bring back Ram, but he could not bring him back. The sadness is spreaded everywhere. Everybody was thinking that Ram will come, but it did not happen. Only the Soma, only smiling face can be seen on Soma's face. Every other person is with with sadness only. Then Meenakshi asked her, how can you smile, Soma? When Maharaj Bharat did not succeed in bringing them back, Soma said, he had succeeded in his mission. Do you remember that Mata saying that Ram would find a way to instill his presence here in the kingdom to protect against the forces, enemy forces that will try to weaken Ayodhya? That is what he has done now. He has sent his sandals to protect this. Means he made his presence through sandals. On the throne, sandals will sit. That means Ram's presence will be there. His presence is here, just as is Mata's. Don't you feel it, Meenakshi? It's a great blessing for Ayodhya. Mata has kept sacred flame, and then Sri Ram's sandals are on the throne, put on the throne. Then both are making their presence, and they can protect. They are protecting Ayodhya, Koshal Rajya. So still some disbelief is in Meenakshi. I am also trying to feel that Mata's presence. So she had taught us before the sacred fire, but I could not say that I felt anything because she could not feel anything. So sometimes we cannot express also what we have not felt. Everybody is feeling why I am not feeling. That feeling comes, but we can't express. A thing that everybody could experience, we also will experience once. So I felt Mata's absence, her laughter, her care, her love. It was difficult for Usha and Rohana also, like me only. So, but we were doing the routine, what we are given the task about Mata's room, cleaning, keeping the clothes, jewelry, everything at night, keeping it back, and then for next morning, again setting everything. Like that, everything is going on. Sometimes the Soma only goes here and there. Now she is able to uh, mix up with everyone, and she made her presence like Sita Mata. So everybody wants Soma to be there to speak and to communicate anything. So Soma could make the presence of Sita Mata with everyone. And whatever she receives the messages, she should say to these people, and they are every day. This is another program that what she has seen, what she is going to tell. They curiously they used to wait for her. So then again, Meenakshi asked, "How do you know all these things?" Then Soma said, "Don't you remember that Mata said the fire deity, Agni Devata, would carry her message to us? And in the same way, whatever we speak, it reaches her. The Agni Devata is doing that, carrying the messages. The flame is a sacred gift from Mata. Distance is of no concern, wherever she may be. But we have connection through this sacred flame. She is sending message to all of us, but you have not learned to quiet your mind and listen. I have practiced, so I am receiving the messages." So Meenakshi thought, yes, Soma is receiving the messages and telling us, let us believe that and move forward. After 3 years, Mata's departure, one day Rohana was crying near the sacred fire. She received a message from the house that sister was very much ill, and suddenly she started feeling homesickness. That everybody tried to console her, but unable to uh, control those feelings. So here we cannot take our decision. We are not in charge of our own fate. And she could not decide on her own to return to Mithila also. But Soma made the arrangement by asking Kausalya Mata to move to Mithila. Rohana can go to Mithila now. So that's some sort of relief has come from for Rohana. She could go there. So one member is missing in us within four, one family member. So they started feeling, Meenakshi especially. We all have become a family in foreign land. Means this Ayodhya is a foreign land for Mithila people. So I also long to return sometimes. But I realized that with Mata's absence and Janak Baba in retreat, it would not be the same. We could not recreate the past. It was gone, yet I longed for those days. See, that home feeling, that will be there always. Same thing Meenakshi is feeling. 2 years later, Usha was next to leave. Not because of any problem, but she died. So two only left now, only Soma and Meenakshi. So these two have to take care to keep alive the sacred fire and Mata's presence in that palace. And meanwhile, Meenakshi's health is also slowly deteriorating. Her eyesight has become less. She is not able to tell anyone because the burden will fall on Soma more. So she is trying to manage. One day, while managing, she has fallen down, and Soma took care of her. And because morning times, Meenakshi has to take care of the sacred fire. So that time she has fallen. Already Soma was there. Soma knows, but unless Meenakshi tells, let us not involve in that, she thought. So you are here, Soma means, yes, I sensed that you are not well. So that's why I came. So we both will recite mantras. Then she said, Soma, I will help you to reach your proof. Then Soma said, now you are losing your eyesight more. So you better take care of yourself. You be in the room only. Then next day, what she has done, Soma brought some medicinal plant and for her eyesight, to improve her eyesight, and then she started giving that medicine every day. She said it will become. How do you know that means? Mata has told me to take care of you. That she showed me that medicinal plant. So I am following her words. Um, she said at that time also, I didn't want to burden you, Soma, but now I am frightened. What will become of me? And if I am not able to see anything in this household, what is the use of my being here? I am an aged, blind, and cursed servant from Mithila. Surely I'll be turned away. Then again, Soma said, don't speak of the curse. Mata told you once, no, that you are neither aged nor cursed, in a very gentle voice, of course. But don't you ever realize that the curse has been your greater blessing? See, always think of that blessing. Don't say that curse. So the same words, once Mata has expressed, now Soma is expressing. She said, you sound like Mata completely. So that medicine helped Meenakshi a lot. She is better. Now she is able to meet the needs, at least. She doesn't need any assistance. Then Soma said, Mata doesn't need your mantras and all those things. She just made you to be there so that you will feel the connection. Because she has brought the flame on her own. It doesn't need anybody's assistance. It can be lighted forever, as long as Mata wants, but only to give you some work to feel her presence. So that work has been given. So one day, it was around the Soma approached me and told me that she wanted to take me someplace just before dawn. Now I will not tell you. Tomorrow morning I'll take you. What is a big secret surprise that will bring joy to me? So early morning they got up as usual, and they have recited mantras near the sacred fire and was about to move. Soma and then Meenakshi only left there quietly, left the palace in the morning. She led me to the Saryu River, where we walked along its banks, and I could hear the quiet sound of women's voices chanting. So Meenakshi asked, what is this? Then Soma said, smilingly, this is what I wanted to show you. This is the surprise I wanted to show you. Do you remember that spot? That spot is where the sound is coming from. Exactly. Mata had taken us to meet the river Devi when we first arrived in Ayodhya. Then these four people went, and then Mata had a dip there. She was playing with the Saryu Mata, and she asked these people also to come in and play with her. But Meenakshi could not go in, but Usha and Rohana, Soma, and Sita Mata could play in that water. That is where Mata played with the river Devi. Now look and listen. In the same spot, the women of Ayodhya are praying for Mata. I have seen them come here for years, just before dawn. At first time, it started with only one woman. But she came alone and would chant and sing to the river Devi, beseeching her protection for the Rajkumari from Mithila, who had gone with their Ram Rajkumar into exile. That is what the feeling they had. Then over time, a few more came, And now there are a dozen there, all praying for the protection of our Mata. It moves me to see their care for her. A foreign Rajkumari has come here. They hardly know her. But they have a feeling, they have a concern for our Maharani, Sita Mata, that she has come from Mithila to our place and then she has to go for exile. What a pitiable condition. Then, for her protection, these people started, with one lady started praying for Sita Mata. So slowly, many people have joined here. Before the sunrise, they will come here. Soma, you are rightly saying that my heart is bursting at this display of love for her. No greater gift could they give us. So this type sort of gift, who can give? That one woman's thought created this much. So definitely when she comes back, she'll thank these women. So Soma smiled. Mata was not just praying that day, she was sanctifying the place so that this could occur. Because Mata knows everything. So wherever that sanctity should take place, it should become sacred. So she has already taken a dip so that these people, when they go, the frequency, the vibrations will become much more. I believe that she had foresight and wanted to create a place where their praise could reach her and where she could reach them and bless the women of Ayodhya through water, the connection. Here in the palace, through fire, and in the Saryu Mata water. And then those women used to come into that river, near the river, and they used to pray. So she made a connection between them through water. So Meenakshi wanted to go and mingle with them, but Soma said, no, we are from the palace. Let their prayers be undisturbed. We do not know if the palace would approve of women being out so early on their own. We are only let through the gates because we are the servants from Mithila. So we have come for some purpose. We have seen that we can do, we have our own prayers. We will do that. Let us not disturb them. Maybe this will disturb their task. So Meenakshi felt very happy. In her heart only she thanked them and to the river. And whenever she feels tired, Meenakshi, then lonely or sad, the memory of this lady's song lightened my spirit. She gained the spirit from these people's songs. 7 years were over. Mata's departure, and my body was becoming more and more frail. So I'm feeling that I could not survive some more time until Mata's return. Whenever my mind thought this, I would recall her last words that I will come and see you again. I'll come and meet you again. Perhaps I had imagined it. I had not heard her speak those words out loud, but I had merely heard them in my mind. So whenever she feels distressed, then Mata's words will be heard in her heart. So same thing she has shared with Soma. Then she made it clear, you did not imagine that, Meenakshi, because I too heard those words as well. I heard her say that she would see you again. And so it should happen. It will happen. There is nothing that we can change that. You also heard that with some astonishment, Meenakshi said. I don't know whether Soma is saying to comfort me or whether she really heard the thing. Yes, Meenakshi, go to the river, go to that spot where Mata took us. You will find your answer there. Though after some days, she could go there, but finally she could manage to go alone there one morning and stood there, the very spot where the servants had accompanied Mata in the very first time, where the women of Ayodhya now came in the early morning to sing and pray for her. Now, that spot was now totally sanctified. So she entered into the river. If only I could bring back those days in Mithila, she thought. I thought to myself, Meenakshi saying, those days when we were so carefree.
Ma'am, in another 2
Yes,
minutes we can finish the session.
yes,
We will join in Prabodh Master session.
yes, madam. Suddenly, the burden of all the years of absence came over me, and I could not restrain the tears sinking down unto my knees. I let the water swirl around me. It was past dawn, and the women were now gone. I was alone in the water and could wash my face with tears. I quietly cried for Mata. So today we could discuss some more points, the connection between the four maids, uh, the presence Sita made to feel with the water and with fire in many other forms. So I am given this golden opportunity by the Ekathva Gudakesha platform, which is created by the Grandmaster Sri Prabodh Ji. I am very, very thankful to all the gurus, our organizing members, especially Dr. Manjuvani Madam, Abhijit Ji, and Sharna Ma Madam, and to Dena Mariam, and to all the participant friends, and to this technology and time. Thank you, thank you, thank you.